Hey everybody, it's Reverend Joel here at the Presbyterian Church of Chestertown. I wanted to send out a little video to you today, just giving you an update on a few things. I'm standing here in the narthex all by myself, and therefore no mask. But it's been really odd for me and Caitlin to be at the church trying to prepare and lead worship with Kate and others without having y'all here. We miss y'all, I guess you know, and I assume y'all miss each other and us too. We've been honored to try to bring you virtual worship every week in this new way. The way we've been doing that, you could probably tell, is we show up together and we record worship on Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. I take all those little bits and pieces and put them together using some software. I balance the sounds, I put transitions in, I put the PowerPoint slides or the little title screenings on there, and then export it all as one big file and put it up on YouTube for us to watch together. And we've realized as we've been doing that, wow, there have been more people attending worship virtually, online, sometimes than we normally have in worship. And last month, when Session met together and began thinking about what do we do when the governor says, okay, phase 2. What do we do to make sure when we come back into the sanctuary together for live worship, that those who can't be here yet are still with us? We have a lot of homebound members. We have a lot of folk who, even if they're not homebound, they won't feel ready to be back in worship with us because of the presence of COVID in our world. How do we keep giving them access to the worship that we've been enjoying together virtually when some of us are here in person again? Session made the decision last month to do something beautiful and amazing and bold, and I'm really proud of them. They said, we're not going to come back for in-person worship until we install the technology needed to give the in-person worship virtually to those who still can't be here. Meaning, if you're out of town visiting family or down at the beach or at your other home for a bit, you can still worship with us. If you've moved away but haven't found your new church home in that new place, you can still worship with us. If you're fine and healthy and local, but not going to get out yet because of the dangers and risks of COVID, you can still worship with us. Or if you're homebound, you don't drive anymore, you don't get out anymore, and you haven't been able to worship for a while, you will be able to worship with us like we've been doing under the virtual services. The way we'll do that is we will be live streaming worship. Instead of me and Caitlin and Kate and other liturgists pre-recording things and me assembling those pieces and parts on Friday, posting them and us watching them together Sunday, we'll show up here on Sunday morning and lead normal worship. And somebody's will be manning a camera or two, and somebody will be manning a computer and assembling all the images and sounds of what we're doing live and broadcasting those out through YouTube or Facebook or some service immediately. And people in the world will get to see it. We're not there yet, but we are getting closer. Here in the back of the sanctuary is some new stuff, and I'll take you back there and show it to you. Everybody meet my middle son, Daniel, if you haven't met him yet. He started at engineering school and then switched to film studies and built a custom major so he could do behind-the-scenes audio technical support of film, both big screen and small screen. And he's been a great help to us. What we have installed so far are 2 cameras over here, a double screen computer, and all of the audio equipment needed to run the sound from multiple microphones in the space back into the computer so it can go out into the live stream. This is a really monumental effort. And when you walk in, for the first time, whenever that happens, in August or I don't know when, you're going to notice some new stuff over here on the right of the sanctuary. When you see it, I want you to think about this. There are 40, 50, 60 or more folk who haven't been able to worship with us for quite a while before COVID came. But when we were forced to do virtual worship, they were suddenly able to worship with us again. And our numbers went up because of that. When we come back for in-person worship, they'll be with us this time. Whenever you look at this station in the future, I want you to think about those 40, 50, 60 folk. Homebounds, travelers, second homers, not yet ready to face the COVID world. All of those folks will still be present and included, thanks to Session's bold, big action to promise live stream access to those who couldn't worship live with us. I'm proud of this church for that. It was a big decision, a bold one, and a beautiful one. All right, friends, we're still not there. We're still working on it. We're still prototyping. We're still making sure all the cameras and cables and sounds and lenses and software, all of it works and is really, really ready. But when it is, worship team will be letting you know, okay, let's give it a shot. And when y'all show up, it'll be a great and amazing day. We'll all have masks on. It'll be a great and amazing day. We won't be singing from hymns. It'll be a great and amazing day. Until then, blessing, laughter, and loving be yours. Bye.